After being one of Roblox's biggest games, they soon see their game die. These are the tragic downfalls of Roblox's biggest games. Dead Rails was one of the biggest games on the platform in 2005. Its peak was 1.5 million concurrent players. But it didn't last very long. It's known to be the fastest game to ever die on Roblox. The only reason it died was that it didn't have enough updates. The goal of the game was to get to Mexico, because there was a cure to save yourself from the zombie plague. Other than that, the game itself was fun. Unfortunately for the Dead Rails community, the game died in an unreasonable way. The game got repetitive over time. The early game you need to stop at houses or towns, and later on you could sell the loot for cash. You could also collect bonds while you loot the town. The game will only die because it ended like a real game. It had lore and a storyline. It didn't die because it was a bad game. It died because the story was over. You could also buy classes and trains with the bonds you collected. The same goes to Roblox Piggy was the most popular game back in 2020. There is two major things that made the game popular. First is that Flamingo played it, and second is that it was during the pandemic. People were trapped in their homes and had nothing to do until they found Roblox Piggy. Many people played it. The game was simple at the time. Just use the same colored key as the door. And as like I said, it was similar to Dead Rails. It was an infection, where every person is basically a zombie. You're also a police officer trying to find a kid named Georgie Piggy. You eventually find him, but that's 9 more chapters to go. This game was one of the best Roblox games. If you played it back then, you would know. You could use abilities that will trick the Piggy bot. I'll admit the gameplay isn't too much fun, but the storyline is amazing. Gotta praise Minitoon for that. So who started this infection? It was Mr. P. Now you're here in front of the man who started all of this, and you also have Georgie Piggy with you. This chapter had 3 endings: the bad, good and true ending. This was the most awaited chapter in Book 1. Players rushed to Roblox just to play this chapter, but after the true ending, many players thought it was the last chapter ever, which made Piggy lost a small proportion of its player base. It didn't small updates that add skins, but that isn't the ending of Piggy just yet. Piggy Book 2 was another hyped up thing in Piggy. It was so hyped that when Chapter 8 released, 1 million concurrent players joined. That was a lot back then. Chapter 1 was a flashback when Doggy was still alive. Many YouTubers joined and played just because Book 2 released. Creecraft, Think Noodles and even Flamingo. But some old players quit due to hard new puzzles and mechanics in the game. Piggy Book 2 advanced way too quickly over the year. New hard puzzles and skin quests. But then Chapter 12 released. Chapter 12 was the only chapter without an intro cutscene. This chapter is the hardest chapter in my opinion. Also, players tried to find the hidden ending. Somehow in some way they found it within a couple of days. Even Minitoon himself played this chapter. From all the hype, this game has gone a long way, and just like any other game, it unfortunately couldn't last its fame for another year. Grow a Garden was the biggest Roblox game at the time it released. Its peak was 22 million players. Back in 2025, it did a war with Steal a Brainrot. There are many reasons why it died, most of which is because of bad updates. The last good update was probably the Fall Market or the Halloween update. They also had seeds that are way too expensive, and horrible decisions in general. Admin abuses don't usually get that many players now. But thankfully Jandal has come back and will make Grow a Garden great again. Their one good thing that they added, and that is they added a trading market similar to Pulse Donate. You need tokens to buy stuff in the dot market. You get tokens you need to sell dot pets or plants, and players need to buy your stuff to dot get tokens. At least grow a garden is kind of dot coming back. But for this next game, the Strongest Battlegrounds is the best Battlegrounds game in dot. It released on 2023, and it was kinda popular when it dot released. This game isn't that dead, but it dot isn't single ports to as popular as it was. This game is based on the anime One Punch Man. It has many movesets you can choose from. One reason the game died is because it doesn't update that fast anymore, probably due to the devs being busy with their personal life. This game is still fun to this day even though it died. But yeah, that's it. I hope you enjoyed my video.